It is the Pacers' turn. That's a huge double. That's a 12. They get a bonus roll. One more for a total of 13. And the Knicks, they get a double as well. That's 8 plus a bonus of 6 for 14.
All right, welcome back to the channel, everyone. KB Fantasy Sports back at it again, this time with Game 5 of the Eastern Conference Finals between the Pacers and the Knicks. As we're recording this video, this game is going on right now. It's probably right about halftime or so. But we're going to simulate this game to see whether or not the Knicks can make this series go to a Game 6 or if the Pacers punch their ticket to the NBA Finals, along with the Oklahoma City Thunder. Enough of the waiting. Let's go!
All right, and of course our Microsoft Excel spreadsheet official scoreboard right there. And right over here next door, this is our official dice rolling app they will be using to, well, simulate the dice rolling. If you want to know how we simulate the dice rolling in our for our basketball games, just let me know in the comments. I will be very happy to answer any questions for you. If you like the video, click the like button. Also, if you like all of the different types of videos that we do, click that subscribe button. So, without further ado, let's go ahead and get this thing tipped off. All right, the Pacers are the visitors, so they will roll first. And they start off with a double, already a 6. Bonus roll of 1 more for 5 more for a total of 11. And the Knicks get 7. All right, 9 minutes left to go in the first quarter. The Pacers jump out to an 11-7 lead. All right, and before we do our second roll of the second quarter for both of these teams, if at the end of the game with 3 minutes left, if the game was within 5 points, we will slow it down to possession by possession, similar to what we did in game number 4. So, with that being said, let's go ahead and further along this thing. Pacers turn. They get an 11 again, and the Knicks get 3. All right, halfway through the second quarter, the Pacers jump out to a 22-10 lead. But remember, in dice basketball, well, pretty much any kind of dice sports, anything can and probably will happen. Here we go, back to the Pacers. They get 11 again. They are consistent so far here in this first quarter, and 9 points for the Knicks. All right, the Pacers up 33-19. Still 3 minutes left to go in the first quarter. All right, here we go. Final roll of the first quarter for the Pacers. They only get 3 this time. The Knicks get 7. All right, into the first quarter, the Pacers lead 36-26. All right, start of the second quarter for the Pacers. They get 10, and the Knicks get 11. All right, 9 minutes left to go in the first half, and the Pacers still lead 46-37. All right, back to the Pacers. They get 9, and the Knicks also get 9. Right, the offensive fireworks continue for both teams. Halfway through the second quarter, the Knicks still down by 9. All right, back to the Pacers we go. They get 3, and the Knicks, oh, there's a double. That's 6, a bonus roll of 1 dice for 5 more for a total of 11. All right, just like that, the Pacers lead cut to 1. We have 3 minutes left to go here in the second quarter. All right, final roll of the second quarter for the Pacers. They get 8, and the Knicks get 9. All right, just like that, we are deadlocked at 66 at the half. The New York Knicks fighting for their playoff lives. They have to win this game or they go home. Well, rather, stay home. All right, here we go. Starting off the third quarter for the Pacers. They get 6. And the Knicks, there's a double. That's 6 plus a bonus roll of 1 for 4 more for a total of 10. All right, the Knicks have clawed their way back into this game, and they actually lead now 76-72. 9 minutes left to go in the third. All right, back to the Pacers. They get 7, and the Knicks get 9. All right, the Knicks now lead by 6, 85-79. We are only halfway through the third. All right, still plenty of time left to go. Still anyone's game. It is the Pacers' turn. That's a huge double. That's a 12. They get a bonus roll. One more for a total of 13. And the Knicks, they get a double as well. That's 8 plus a bonus of 6 for 14. Unbelievable. Both of these teams simply in fuego. 3 minutes left to go in the third. Already a 99-92 New York Knicks lead. Here we go. Final roll of the third quarter for the Pacers. Another double. That's 4. Bonus roll of 1 for 5. And the Knicks, they get 7. Unbelievable. The Knicks lead 106-97. And we're just now starting the fourth quarter. All right. Can the Knicks hang on and force a Game 6? Or will the Pacers come back and take the series and punch their ticket to the NBA Finals? Let's find out. Pacers turn. They start off with a 6. That's a double and a bonus roll. 4 more for 10, and the Knicks get 8. All right, the Knicks lead 114-107. 9 minutes left to go in the game. Remember, with 3 minutes left, if we are within 5 points, either way, we will slow it down to possession by possession. All right, here we go. Back to the Pacers. They get 4, and the Knicks get 9. What looked like what was going to be a Pacers blowout early in the game, the Knicks have completely taken control. They lead by 12 with 6 minutes left to go. Right, back to the Pacers. They need a miracle. That's a huge double. That's 12, a bonus roll of 2 more for 14. And the Knicks, that's a double, but only 2, and 4 more for a total of 6. All right, 3 minutes left to go in the game. The Pacers have cut. The Knicks lead the 4, and just like we promised, we are going to slow this down to possession by possession. If you want to know how we simulate this way, also leave me a question in the comments, and I'll be more than happy to answer. But here we go, additional footage for you, the viewers. All right, here we go. Just one dice on the screen for the last 3 minutes of this game. Pacers ball. They roll a 2. That's a chance for a 2. Up and good. The Knicks ball. They roll a 4. That's a chance for a 2. But they miss it. All right, 2 minutes and 30 seconds left to go in the game. The Knicks only lead by 2 now. Here we go. The Pacers with the ball. That's a 6. That's an automatic 3. The Knicks get the ball. They roll a 2. Chance for a 2. Up and good. This is simply incredible. What a roller coaster ride. This is what NBA playoff basketball is all about. 2 minutes left to go. The Knicks lead by 1. All right, back to the Pacers. They roll a 4. That's a chance for a 2-point shot. Up and good. Knicks get the ball. They roll a 5, so they're going to the free throw line. First free throw up and good. Second free throw up and good. Minute 30 left to go. The Knicks lead 133-132. All right, Pacers with the ball. They roll a 4. That's a chance for a 2-point shot. It's up and good. The Knicks get the ball. They roll a 2. Also a chance for a 2-point shot. Also up and good. Here we go, a minute left to go in the game. The Knicks up 135-134. Let's see how this thing ends. All right, Pacers with the ball. You're all going to see how this thing plays out. They roll a 4. That's a chance for a 2-point shot, and they miss it. The Knicks get the ball. They roll a 2. Chance for a 2-point shot. Up and good. Here we go, 30 seconds left. The Pacers have one last opportunity to take this series in regulation. All right, here we go. Pacers ball. They need to make a 3-pointer. They get a 2. And they miss it. Knicks get the ball. They roll a 3. Chance for a 3. It's up and good. Unbelievable. The Knicks shoot a 3 and make it in the final seconds of the game, and they put an exclamation point on it, winning 140-134.
Wow, what an unbelievable game. The Pacers started off with a huge lead, and the Knicks slowly clawed their way back, and then they finally won it at the very end, 140 to 134. So we're going to a Game 6. All right, everyone. Thank you very much for tuning in. Like I said, anything can happen and usually will happen in Dice Basketball. Like, subscribe, throw me some comments. We will see you again in the next video.